Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Rooster Booster breakfast. So good to see you all this morning. To begin our program, like we do every month, I'm going to ask that you stand for our Pledge of Allegiance. And this morning, we also have a special song of prayer, and we're going to welcome up a Chamber Executive Committee member and member of Truth Outreach, our buddy Michael Johnson.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This song, Amazing Grace, is written by John Newton. Before he became a Christian, he was a captain of a slave ship. And many believed he heard this melody that sounds like a West African sorrow chant. And he wrote Amazing Grace and set his words to a slave melody. And I believe God allowed that song to be written to remind all of us that we are connected by God's amazing grace. Do you believe that today? Yes. We are all connected by his amazing grace. And if you look up that song in the Library of Congress, you'll find John Newton, Melody Unknown. So to channel that of what John Newton heard on those slave ships coming out. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieve. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed, when we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun. We've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Oh, amazing grace, how sweet sound that seemed a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Oh, so blind, but now I see.
Can we just like end the program? That was amazing, right? Michael, oh my gosh. Olga turned her chair around about one verse in. She hit her buzzer, her chair turned. Yes, Michael. Amazing. You all can remain standing for our Mingle Minute. Oh my God, that was so good. All right, thank you.
For being a friend.
For being a friend, yes. You got to hear the Golden Girls theme 3 times on a loop.
Well, not really.
It is now time to be seated.
We see Leslie McCarty, Rachel Pence-Foster.
All right.
No, Shannon Meyer.
So our secret shaker this morning is hidden among you. Where is Sandra Brown, German American Bank? There she is. Good morning. So who are we going to recognize today? One more time. Isaac.
Isaac Rose.
Come on up, my friend. We have a special gift basket for you today with some Kentucky Mountain Coffee.
All right.
I did go through this earlier, but I'm going to do it again just to see if there's anything I want. A Kentucky Bourbon Candleberry. Oh, he's coming up on stage. All right, Isaac, everybody, come on. No, it's fine. Come on up here.
How you doing?
You got some really cool napkins with Kentucky the next time you have a party.
It's his
Is it really? It's his first Rooster Booster. You got some Kentucky Hot Mix Snap Mix. There you go, buddy.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much.
Congratulations and welcome.
There we go. That's right.
And bad news, like not every time you're at Rooster Booster will be this exciting for you, like individually. We're kind of setting the bar high for you today, so just settle in. We are going to recognize our chamber members right now. I've got a bunch of new ones to shout out this morning. Always love that. And we're going to start with Wethington Family Practice. Brittany Wethington is a board-certified family nurse practitioner. Wethington Family Practice is a primary care medical practice that treats newborn patients up through all ages to geriatric. They also integrate functional medicine into their practice. They offer weight loss programs, well and physical exams, management of chronic and acute illnesses, and any of your health care needs. And they're working to provide easier access to health care for their patients. So joining us this morning is Brittany. Welcome to the Chamber, Wethington Family Practice. Ring that bell. Isaac, since you're new, we have this gigantic bell. And every time we announce a new member, Shelly holds it and the new member rings it. Some very feverishly, some will like give it one ding. It always varies, but the Confetti Boutique is new this month, celebrating 4 years online and mobile business, and they are so excited to be opening their storefront in February on East 18th Street, which is exciting. You may have seen their mobile boutique trailer around town and at vendor events, and they're all about providing women with a happy place to find clothing and accessories that make their day brighter every time they put them on. They are firm believers that a good outfit can set the tone for your entire day. At the storefront, they're expanding their size-inclusive selection to offer more sizes in small to 2X, and they hope to see you at the storefront sometime soon. And joining us this morning is Maddie. Welcome to the Chamber Confetti Boutique. Goodwin Mills K. Wood, one of the largest architecture and engineering firms in the Southeast, with offices and client-focused staff in Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina. As one of the Southeast's most comprehensive multidiscipline firms, GMC is equipped to provide all the services associated with architecture, interior design, civil engineering, environmental services, landscape architecture, planning, transportation engineering, geotechnical engineering, electrical engineering, surveying, and disaster recovery. And joining us this morning, we have Todd and Steve and Mark. Welcome to the chamber, Goodwin, Mills, Kaywood. Carpenters Local 224 strives to empower and represent its members by promoting skilled craftsmanship, fostering a safe work environment, and advocating for fair compensation and benefits within the carpentry industry. Joining us this morning are William Stewart and Casey Richardson. Welcome to the Chamber, Carpenters Local 224. And Hilltop Stables is located in Morganfield, Kentucky, owned by Olivia Chandler. Olivia became a horse lover at a very young age, and as they say, it was bred in her. She has a son, Carter Don, which has inherited her love of horses. Olivia's dream came true, and she is now the proud owner of Hilltop Stables, where she's able to do what she loves. This carriage company travels through the tri-state, giving carriage rides at many special events, and those events include birthday parties and weddings. Olivia's goal is to make carriage rides a memorable experience for the young and old, and joining us this morning is Olivia. Welcome to the Chamber, Hilltop Stables. Olivia, you could have ridden a horse in here today. That would have been amazing. Like, if you want to make a statement. We are going to recognize our Ambassador of the Month. And I love this because our ambassador, if memory serves correctly from the greeting line, I think he brought his mini-he with him today. So let's give a big round of applause because he's rocking it out and showing that kiddo how to pave the way. Justin Merritt. You should have sent the kid. $50, Don Mario, buddy. Congratulations. What is mini-he's name again? Elias? Wave, wave. Hey, you're going to Don Mario's for lunch. You can't miss school for Don Mario's. We are so excited to have River Valley Behavioral Health with us this morning as our breakfast sponsor. And I am very pleased to introduce and welcome to...
Oh, we can do the MVR, Most Valuable Recruiter. It's the blue
it's here. Okay, excuse me.
Okay.
River Valley, hold please. Okay. I didn't see the little note out there. Yes, we are. Okay, so, whoops. So we've got our Most Valuable Recruiter Award. And of course, this honors and recognition of outstanding efforts in creating an economic impact for Owensboro and for Davis County. And my goodness, the winners this month are great. Mark, and if your team want to come up from Visit Owensboro, of course. This award this month is being presented. So the award today is presented to Chris Jocelyn and the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame and Museum, the team there. Yes. And by the way, let's have another round of applause for the way they serenade us as we enter the convention center. It's always so great. So many projects that go on in this town involve the Bluegrass Music Museum, and they are responsible for many. One is happening next month, the opening of the Jerry Garcia exhibit. I'm sure you all have seen that advertised. It looks phenomenal. I'll throw in one of my favorite events of the year, which is Romp. The lineup for 2024 is insane. Get it, Dierks Bentley, anybody? That's going to be incredible. And the economic impact that the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame Museum brings to town is just really immeasurable. So big round of applause. They are our most valuable recruiter. Okay, I'm now hitting play again on River Valley Behavioral Health. So excited to have these folks with us as the breakfast sponsor. And it is my pleasure to welcome up to the podium Kay Gaddis and Dr. Lionel Phelps.
Well, good morning. I don't know about y'all, but I am so glad the 600 days of January is over. And what a fantastic way to begin February by having that wonderful song by Michael Johnson. And then we have this wonderful upcoming business minority panel we're going to hear from. My name is Kate Gaddis, and I'm the Vice President of Operations with River Valley.
And I'm Dr. Lionel Phelps, and I'm the Vice President of Population Health. And I would like to take a moment to recognize our team that's with us here today. If you all could please stand. And these wonderful professionals will be here today. If anybody has any questions after the program, please feel free to approach them. Unfortunately, our VIP member, Dr. Wanda Figueroa, our president and CEO, her father passed away, and she is attending his funeral services today. So she sends her warm regards and regrets that she couldn't be here. So when we talk about the community, we frequently speak about the services that we provide, but we don't necessarily share the ways in which we're a strong business and community partner. Did you know that we've been a successful business and your Owensboro Community Mental Health Center since 1967? An interesting fact about us is that we have a recent transformation of the original 1884 cigar factory into this beautiful therapeutic space of healing that's going to be revealed later this year.
So when you hear Dr. Phelps say business partner, you may think, I've not necessarily thought of River Valley in that capacity. Well, since 2020, we have secured over $11 million in grant funding. Those dollars have gone directly back in to our community with over 60 jobs, enhanced education and training of our employees and our community members, and an investment in our employees in the form of more competitive compensation and benefits.
Through this diversified funding that Kate mentioned, we've also been able to make great strides in becoming a stronger community partner, offering new programs and services, not only focusing on treatment, but also on wellness. So we place a high value on collaborating with our local nonprofits and investing in our community.
So what we want you to know is we are a business, but we're a business with a huge heart for those we serve, as well as our community. When you have a free moment, take a minute to enjoy that chocolate bar that's sitting there in front of you, and look at the information in the gift bag we prepared for you. In it, you will find some gifts as well as information about the vast array of services we provide. Also, as you look through that gift basket, know that we joyfully provide services to our fellow Greater Owensboro community members.
So it goes without saying that mental health is our business, and it's also yours. Every business has an opportunity to play a key role in supporting their employees' mental health and wellness. Year after year, we evaluate our community needs and recognize that mental health tops the list. And that's why we train our community to help each other through our mental health first aid and QPR trainings. Mental health first aid is just like first aid, but for mental health. And it's a public education program that empowers people to have those tough conversations and to gives them actionable steps to help others. There are over 160 million adults in the workforce, and 1 in 5 are dealing with a mental health disorder or a substance use problem every year. We're equipped and ready to provide help and support when needed. It's also good to know that the national 988 crisis calls are answered locally by our Owensboro team.
So we don't just provide treatment, but we also focus on prevention, as well as the promotion of positive mental health and overall wellness. One of our largest events where we do this is just around the corner. It's our Student Mental Health Art Contest. This contest focuses on art in many forms with positive messaging about mental health. This year will be our 4th annual contest. In the first year, we had approximately 200 submissions. Last year, those submissions grew to over 600. Numbers like that show an increase in the number of people receiving messages about the promotion of positive mental health and destigmatization of those living with a mental health condition. So in closing, we are glad to have had the opportunity to share more with you about who we are, and we want to leave you with the message today that we are not only your provider for mental health and substance use services, but we are your business and community partner. Thank you for allowing us to be here and sponsor Rooster Booster today.
mention that. And by the way, fun, is tomorrow the first one? Second one. So River Valley is doing this really cool thing at lunchtime downtown. They're having lunchtime karaoke. Did you all know this? Like for real, they're doing karaoke at lunchtime, and you can sign up for a slot to sing.
Friday, you don't even have to sign.
Oh, you can just show up and
You
sing?
can get the whole hour.
Oh,
You
really?
might be the only person.
I love it. So anybody likes to karaoke at lunchtime, you know where to go. Michael Johnson,
Every day?
do you take requests? I've got a few for you. So that's really cool. Good job. All right, it is time for our chamber update. And with that, of course, our president and CEO and her clicker,
And my clicker.
Candace Brake.
Good morning, everybody. It's so good to see so many of your smiling faces here today. And thank you so much for all of you all who came out last week to celebrate our annual awards. It was just a great night. And see so many of you here today that were there. What a fantastic evening to share with each and every one of you. And thanks, special thanks to Wonder Boy and all the work that he did, to Adam Johnston and Blue Line DJ. So it's just been it was a great event, and thanks to all of you. And we'll talk about that and intro our winners in just a moment. Before we start with what's been going on at the Chamber this month, I would like to introduce some special guests, and we'll hold our applause to the end. We have with us, and if you all would stand and remain standing, Mayor Pro Tem Mark Haslin, City Commissioner Bob Glenn, City Commissioner Pam Smith-Wright, City Commissioner Sharon Neesmith. We also have our City Manager with us, Nate Pagan. Thanks for being here today. County Commissioner Larry Condor, Sheriff Brad Youngman, Jailer Art Maglinger, and Davis County PVA, Rachel Pence Foster, Commonwealth's Attorney, Mike Van Meter, our School Superintendent, Anita Burnett, and OPS Board Member, Jeremy Edge. Let us, one more, and Circuit Court Judge, Lisa Jones. If you would all just give a round of applause to our special guest. And I would like to recognize one newcomer to the community today, and we've a lot of buzz about this, and so happy to welcome Rick Ferris from Kentucky Guitar Works. We are so happy to welcome you to Owensboro. Cannot wait to welcome your family this spring. This is grassroots economic development and building an economic structure and cluster around the bluegrass music scene here, and it's something unique to our community. It's important that we do this, and we're so glad you're here, Rick. So grateful for the Bluegrass Music Museum, and also for Steve Johnson. Steve, would you please stand up? Thank you for all the work you've done as our community's ambassador. He's somewhere. He's in the back. He's standing up already. All right, so you all know it's been a busy month. We've got a lot going on at the Chamber. You may have heard there is a General Assembly session going on. So we've been working with that, and the session is heating up, and we're looking forward to sign die on April the 15th, but there's a lot to do before that. And we'll be giving a lot of opportunities to you all to connect with issues. Today at your table, we have your community priority cards. That's when the city, county, EDC, and the Chamber come together every 2 years. We do it on budget session years to articulate what the community priorities are. Now, there are lots of other pieces of legislation that all of our organizations work on through the session, but those are the ones that we're pushing forward as a community. So we'd like for you to look at that list, and it's usually the same because sometimes some of these are 30-year-long projects, but we're making definite strides. Every year we check off several, and we're really proud of that. But we know that together we can make things happen, and if you all don't know about any of those and want to talk about them with me further, then give me a call. Chamber Day is February the 15th in Frankfort. We're going to be leaving at 6 o'clock that morning. We've chartered a bus, and so we've got limited seats for that. But that is in the weekly email. If anyone is interested, I think we've got around 20 spots left on the bus. So please, if you're interested in going with us, register very soon. And if you have any questions about that, you can talk to Julia, not me, because I will mess up your registration. And this is a group last year. We had such a great time. We're going to have meetings with our legislators. We're going to be on the session floor, and we're going to have a reception that evening. We're also going to have a lunch, but that's limited to 50 people at the Foundry with chambers across West Kentucky, and the AG, Russell Coleman, will be speaking at that. Then later on that day, we'll have the governor at the reception. So it's a great time to network. We want a lot of people from Owensboro there. We want to outshow the rest of West Kentucky. We are the largest community that's represented, so let's bring everybody out to celebrate what we've got going on good here. And we do have a legislative update on March the 9th, Saturday at 8 a.m. with our legislative delegation, and they'll be there to answer any questions you may have about issues going on in Frankfort specific to your business. This is open to members only, and we do screen questions, but we'll have the opportunity for you to submit questions ahead of time as well. We are also sponsoring a mayoral forum. The date is not correct on this one. It will be at our second Rooster Booster in March, and that's, we have 2 in March because of our spring break. Owensboro shuts down during spring break, so we have 2 Rooster Boosters in March, so nobody misses it in April. So we'll see you twice in March at least, okay? But we're going to have our mayoral forum here. We'll be working on that as well, but we wanted you to put that on your calendar. I think it's March the 28th, but it's the last Thursday of March. Ribbon cuttings, we have the Functional Family, February the 16th at 12:15, and Heritage Federal Credit Union, February 23rd at 12:15. And Leadership Owensboro, C. Waitman Taylor Jr. Local Government Day is Thursday, February the 22nd. This is named after our beloved mayor and also Industry Inc. person, Owensboro Health Foundation employee, Waitman Taylor. He was just a great mentor and really a positive influence to all of us. That day will center on local government and all the local things that are going on in the community to get our class familiar with our local infrastructure. Volunteer opportunities, Beverly's Hearty Slice for Leadership Owensboro alumni. That's tomorrow night at 5:30 at Kendall Perkins Park. Ask for all the Leadership Owensboro alumni to show up, and this is the kind of philanthropy we hear from people of, well, we got CYP, what about for the COPs? Well, if you're a member of Leadership Owensboro alumni, yes, that's right. I'm looking at you. Okay, so come up, show up, bring your family with you. It's a great opportunity for you to get out in the community and volunteer. We also have an opportunity for LOA at the St. Benedict's Homeless Shelter, and that'll be Saturday the 24th. That's the same day as Farm City, so you can leave Farm City at Davis County, go straight to St. Benedict's, and do community service. Tuesday, February 13th is Educators in the Workplace, and that's when we take a cohort of teachers into workplaces, and that's transportation and logistics. It'll be a great day. We're looking forward to that with our teachers. And Ambassador Social will be February 21st at noon. I'm going to go through the CYP. You all are killing it on all the CYP stuff. Guys and Ties on February the 8th. The CYP Fit class, body pump, on 5:30 at the Owensboro Health Park. Body pump is tough if you're not used to it. Get ready to not be able to walk the next day, but you're not 53 like I am, so forget it. UYPs will be able to just run home, won't you? And the chili cook-off on Saturday, February the 10th, from 3 to 6, and that's for the Cliff Hagen Boys and Girls Club fundraiser. Project Empower with Girls and Goals at Girls Inc., and that will be on Valentine's Day at our chamber office. It'll be Galentine's Day then at our office. And then join us too for coffee and conversations on February the 20th at 7:30 at Kahawa Java. Farm City Breakfast, as I said, is February the 24th at 7:30 a.m., and our speaker will be the KCTCS president, Ryan Quarles. We're really looking forward to having Dr. Quarles there with us to celebrate the farm community and all the agribusiness does for Davis County. The Athena Award will be on March the 26th here in this room, where we celebrate women's contributions to our community, and that's sponsored by Girls Inc., and that is a fundraiser for Girls Inc. We always love to participate in this and keep this sponsorship, and really it's a partnership that's almost 30 years in the making, going. We have several publications that we released this month we wanted to make sure you knew about. The Chamber Current is in the Owensboro Living. And then last month, we launched our Greater Owensboro magazine that's targeted towards visitors. Those are in all the hotel rooms across the community. All the chamber members received a copy. It's just our way of reaching out and letting people know what's going on here and why they need to be in Owensboro. Congratulations. Okay, we had, as I said, we had our 2024 Business of the Year Award recipients. I want you to take a special look at the picture. Shelley Nichols is doing her impersonation of Mary Catherine Gallagher. This is her in the front. Hey, Shelley! She just got carried away with herself. But it was a great night, and it's such a great time to celebrate. We have a lot of the winners here today, and we'd like to introduce you all, if you would stand, and then we'll give you a round of applause at the end. Our Emerging Business of the Year was Willow and Pine Market. Our Business of the Year, 1 to 10 employees, Byron and Barclay. Business of the Year, 11 to 50, Ronnie Hancock, CPAs. I think Adam, we're so glad to have you back. And Sarah. She's here every month, Adam, but we're good to have you back. And then Business of the Year, 50-plus employees, River Valley Behavioral Health. Nonprofit of the Year, Fine Arts, the Bluegrass Museum, Hall of Fame. Nonprofit of the Year, Human Services, the Isaac Sterrett Adventure Foundation, and the Center. Katie, it's so glad to have you here today. We missed you. It's just so good to have you here. Your mom and dad did well representing, but that's great. Isn't it great? Your dad's walking onto the stage. It's cute. Education and Workforce Development Institution of the Year, the Davis County Detention Center's Reentry Success Program. It's a fantastic program. Manufacturer of the Year, Southwire. Minority-Owned Business of the Year, Kahawa Java, that we'll hear from later. And the Rick Kamoff Agribusiness of the Year, Riney Farms. Papa Keith is here with us today. And the 2024 Members of the Year were Greenwell Chisholm and Welborn Floral and Events. Thank you all so much for making us look good as a community and the Chamber. So proud of each and every one of you, and it was great celebrating with you. I want to thank the renewals. As every month we talk about this, but it's too important not to mention. At your Chamber Matters, at your seats, we have our renewals for the month. We ask that you always consider doing business with Chamber members first. Those are the people that invest in your community. Those are the people that are asked the first for donations for our schools, our churches, our Little League teams. So please be mindful of giving back to them, because they give back to us each and every day. And this month, and I've got it. This month, we're launching something that's been a long time in the making, and that's our Minority Business Coalition. And we're so excited to be able to do this. A few years ago, our chamber board had decided intentionally to begin being more of a chamber that represents our community, that looks like our community. And we know that that's not just the right thing to do, but it's also good for our economy. So today, we're so proud to announce the launch of the Minority Business Coalition. It's going to offer networking and support for the unique challenges and the barriers that are often faced by minority-owned business leaders. And we have seen, it's amazing, such a significant rise of minority business startups and second stage growth businesses recently in the community. And it's vital, we know it's vital to our economic growth, that we do our part to grow and nurture these ventures as we continue to build a community business culture based on innovation and entrepreneurship. And while we look forward, we do look forward to that day when we don't need to have coalitions such as this, but the fact is that they are needed. The fact is this is needed. We are thrilled to be a part of this effort and look forward to celebrating more successful business stories for all of our members. And we look forward to a day soon where children can look around Owensboro and see people who look like them in any role imaginable. Thank you all.
So I asked Candace, I said, can I talk about my shirt for a second? Did y'all see this? Yeah. Jacqueline Graves in the back, she's got one on. Show it, model it. There she, of course, yes. Make it your runway, I knew you would. The shirt says, this shirt saves lives. It's from St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Today is day one of our 2-day radiothon at WBKR. This is our 21st annual fundraiser for St. Jude. We have raised millions of dollars for the hospital in Memphis. I'll share a quick story. In 2016, Jacqueline and I have been involved since 2006 in that ballpark. 2016, we had this event we called Sweatin' for St. Jude. We had done it 2 years prior to that. I ran 50 miles on a treadmill without stopping. Jacqueline ran, I think, 32 the first time. So in 2016, we decided we should step up our game. Let's do something even crazier and bigger. Okay, I decided, yeah, that's right. I told her, I said, hey, I have an idea. You're going to hate it, but I think you're going to be on board. What do you say? So in 2016, we actually got bicycles from this guy right over here at Legends, had a conversation. We're like, we want to go down to Memphis and ride bicycles from the main entrance of St. Jude back to Owensboro and end our 4-day trek where at the start of what we used to have like a moonlight ride. It was sponsored by the city of Owensboro. It was a fundraiser for St. Jude. So we did that. We went down without any training, by the way. We picked up our bikes on a Saturday, put them in an RV on Memorial Day and rode to Memphis. Slept in the RV in the parking lot of the Bass Pro Shops, the big pyramid there, right? And got up at like 6 o'clock the next morning, met a St. Jude patient, our buddy Adam, phenomenal kid. We met him at the entrance with his mama, and they were our send-off from Memphis. And we began our trek home with this RV that was decorated for St. Jude just to raise awareness for the mission, the patients, and the families. So what I didn't know, and what Jacqueline didn't realize, is you really should not ride long distances on bicycles if you don't train. Had no clue. So by the end of day one, I had killed the ulnar nerve in my right arm. It was completely dead. So my hand looked like this. By lunch of day two, I had killed the ulnar nerve in my left arm. And so my hands looked like this. And so it was about lunchtime because we were burning like thousands of calories every couple of hours, right? Because the terrain between Tennessee and Kentucky, you would think it's flat. It's not. And so we rolled into a place called Bobby G's in McKenzie, Tennessee. Has anybody been to McKenzie, Tennessee? I think like 7 people live there, and they all work at Bobby G's. So we go into Bobby G's, the cafe. And really the story was Chad could not hold a fork or a knife, like literally. I looked like Edward Scissorhands with my knife. I'm like, I can't do this. And we were kind of laughing about it or whatever. Well, about that time, the waitress, because we were quite a spectacle, because we had the RV, Janice and Brian Smith, who owned Diamond Lake at the time, they were our support team. We all rode in there. We were in bicycle outfits, again, thanks to Legends. We looked amazing. And so the waitress came over and she said, so what are you all doing? And so we told her, we're like, well, we're huge supporters of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and we're doing this kind of insane 300-mile bike ride from Memphis to our hometown of Owensboro, where we have a biking event for St. Jude. We're going to end our trek at the start of that event. She said to us, she said, St. Jude saved my kids' lives. And this woman, who was working her tail end off, waiting pretty much all the tables at Bobby G's, reached into her apron and she gave us all of her money. She gave us every cent. I couldn't pick it up, but nevertheless, she gave us her money. And that is why, one of the reasons why, and there are many, there are hundreds of why I will always wear this shirt. It's why she will always wear the shirt. It's why we do crazy things for that charity, because they save lives and they change lives around the world. So listen to my station the next couple of days, make a donation, go buy some meat from Jerry Morris and the Angels for Ashley cooking team, who have Whitesville smelling like Boston butt and ribs and chickens, and it's going to continue to do that. But I just ask for your support. It's not for me, it's for the kiddos of St. Jude and the amazing work they do at that hospital. Now I get to introduce the guy who helped us with that and gave us those insert expletive bikes. Okay. That sent me to the urologist many times, but different story. Okay. So super proud to be introducing a classmate from the Davis County High School class of '89. Oh, good. There are 2 more of you. That's awesome. Great, we're well represented today. Go Panthers. We actually played on the tennis team together in high school. I'm still playing tennis. This one has graduated to pickleball.
Someday you'll make it.
I will, very, very soon. If I ever get on a bike again, I will be. But it is my absolute pleasure to welcome to the podium for his first Rooster Booster as board chair, my buddy John Marshall Moore.
Well, thank you, Chad. It's great to be here today. I'm glad to see Olga's here just in case something happens as the chair-elect. She can jump right up here. No, in all sincerity, what a great turnout for our panel discussion today. It's fantastic. And truthfully, you all are what makes this community so special. These are the people that make it happen. You all show up time and time again. And that's what it's all about, showing up. And greatly appreciate as the chamber. We certainly understand and appreciate the importance and every one of you all that truly make this community so special. And a lot of these faces we see often, and it's great to see some new ones as well. So thank you for being here this morning. So first, before we start, who are any of the board members here today for the chamber? Could you stand quickly? Any past chair, Adam? I mean, you know, that's worth standing for, right, buddy? Huh? There you go. Anybody else? Thank you very much for all your help.
Stand in the back.
Yeah, a lot of them are standing in the back now. They've graduated back there. I think that's Jeremy. I see you. So today our panel includes T.C. Cox, Kohawa Java. Ulysses Johnson of Strength Renewed, O'Reilly's Redelia. Yeah, if y'all want to come on up, we're going to have the panel up here in the chairs. You got some mics there? Sorry about that. O'Reilly's Redelia of Don Mario's and Real Hacienda. Allison Sanders of the party Space Place and Something Borrowed. And our panel will be moderated by the one and only Elegance Shimwell of 44 News. And in all sincerity, it really is a big thanks for all of you all giving your time to come today and to share your comments, and appreciate you leading this for the fellow chamber members. Thank you very much for being here. So with that, I'll leave it with you. Thank you.
Of course. All right, well, good morning, and thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you guys all for being here today. Now, many of you all have moved to Owensboro from other cities, so tell us your story and what called you to stay here in Owensboro.
Hey everyone, my name is O'Reilly's Redelia, and Owensboro has always been home to me. I was born in Cancun, Mexico, and everyone's like, what are you doing here, right? Well, everyone goes to Cancun, and I've been back a couple times because it's beautiful, but my family just needed a new start. My family needed a place to call home, and Owensboro was just it. You know, I went to Apollo 2013, of course. There was more of those. And I went to Brescia after that, and I fell in love with this place. And, you know, I followed my husband to multiple places, but Owensboro just seemed like home. And I loved the connections that I'd made. I loved the people that I've talked to. And I was welcomed here. I felt welcomed no matter of my color, no matter of my race, and being a woman. And I have loved Owensboro my entire life, and I will continue to love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Ulysses Johnson. I own Strength Renewed. I actually moved here from Virginia Beach, Virginia, in 2016 with my wife, and I get the same reaction when I tell people where I'm from, like, why are you here in Owensboro? Well, I started dating my wife when she was in medical residency in Virginia, and when she graduated, this is the place where she got her first job offer, and she took that job, obviously. We're here. But we made this our home for almost 8 years now, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm T.C. Cox, the owner of Kohawa Java, and I hail from Indiana. Don't hold it against me. But I'm born and raised up there, went to Ball State, graduated there with a bachelor's and master's in criminal justice, and then I came down to Owensboro because I have roots here. My mom's father's from here. My great-grandparents are from Livermore area. So I came down to help my sister out. You know, she was getting ready to go into the service and so forth. And then, because I was only supposed to be down here for the summer, I got stuck. You seem to get stuck. But it's been great. I raised my daughter here. She was born and raised, went to Apollo High School. And, you know, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure being here. She said, you know, I felt welcomed. And so I've stayed around. Before opening the coffee shop, I ran the community corrections, Dismas Charities for 17 years. So it's been a pleasure, all those years. It'll be 29 years I've been down here.
So, listen, all of them came from somewhere spicy. Myself, my twin sister, she's gonna be so annoyed. Tina, where are you? Where'd you go? There she is. Okay, so my twin sister and I, we're from Paducah, Kentucky. And it felt like when we got dropped off by our mom, because she didn't have a really good car, she said, good luck. So, 2 hours away, it was hard to get back and forth. But anyway, so unlike everybody else, like in the beginning, no, I did not like Owensboro. I found it boring. Look, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's no point, right? So I thought it was boring. I was like, where's the culture? Where's the museums? Where's the clubs? Because I'm not gonna lie, I was young. I was in college. I went to Wesleyan. Wesleyan, we got a bunch of Wesleyan folks here too. Woohoo! So my twin sister and I came here to Wesleyan on a leadership scholarship, because like I said, we didn't come from a lot of money, but, so scholarships meant a lot. Now, I lost that scholarship, and that's a whole other story. But I was still, that leadership component, that's what brought me here. And that's also kind of what I feel like, how they always say, like God has a sense of humor about things. I had all these big plans. I was going to travel the world. I was going to be this big PR agent, and then I thought I was going to be a singer, but whatever. He planted my feet here. I got married here to my college sweetheart. I worked at several, I'm at OCTC too. You left that out. You left that out. So,
I told him to leave it out.
oh, did you? Okay, yeah, okay. Well, then you did right. Good job. So, but there was something about Owensboro that just planted my feet. I was able to convince, beg, borrow, and steal my sister to stay. Please don't leave me. We're twins. My husband, who's from Florida, can you imagine convincing a Floridian to stay in Kentucky? There's something about us Kentucky girls. But anyway, now I love it.
Well, we are so thankful that you're all here, and we are so thankful for Allison's honesty as well. All right, so with so many backgrounds of business, a restaurant, physical trainer, event planning, the gathering place, and coffee bars, each of you brings a unique offering to our community. So what is one of the highlights of your journey here?
My biggest highlight, I would say the biggest highlight just happened recently. In October, I'm sure half of Owensboro was struck with the biggest news of my dear godfather, Armando Ortiz, retired. And he was he just wanted to pass down the dagger, right? And he said, are you ready? I said, okay, sure. Are you sure? He said, yeah, I'm sure. And I asked my husband, back there in the back, and I said, do you have my back on this? I need your help. It's not just one business, right? Having one restaurant is hard enough. For anyone that's in the restaurant business knows. One restaurant is hard enough, but adding on 2 more and a food truck and a whole catering service, oh yeah. But, I'm so grateful for the team that I have. I have my mom, my dad, my sisters, my husband, and they do it with me full time. And the biggest highlight was just seeing it all come together. I can't imagine not having them, and I can't imagine not having this community supporting all of us.
I think the biggest highlight of my journey or my career is it's a combination of everything I do as a personal trainer and a massage therapist, and that's helping people to improve their quality of life. I think with massage therapy, a lot of people do realize the health benefits to it, but a lot of times people see massage as just something you go to at a spa, you get a nice relaxing massage, and it is that, but it's a lot more than that too. I actually help people that might come in and they have had headaches for 2 years, migraines, and medicine doesn't help, and surgery hasn't helped, and other types of therapies haven't helped, and maybe after 1 or 2 massages, they don't feel their headaches anymore. So it's just helping people to improve their quality of life, and that's my biggest highlight of what I do.
I've had several highlights in the journey that we're on with the coffee shop. Our motto is the pattern of coffee and conversation. So we've met a lot of people that come in, our customers, our regular customers that have turned into friends. We've done a lot of collabing with different, businesses and so forth, and then collabing with other minority businesses. That has been such a pleasure. So I would say the biggest highlight is meeting the networking. Thank you.
So I'm trying to tie mine up because the biggest highlight I would say was really COVID. You learned a lot about yourself and about your family during COVID because we had nowhere to go, right? So we were stuck with each other. And also that's when our business started, a social event space opening in the middle of COVID. When everybody was saying, do you really want to do this? Is anybody going to support you doing this? And to see an entire community of people who didn't really know us coming together and then supporting that was huge. And then from that, seeing other small businesses come out of it too and survive, and several are thriving. And then even developing a partnership with, Summer and Kirk Aldridge with our family and starting Something Borrowed. And then from there, helping other small businesses just by sharing what we did. It's supposed to be free information, but sometimes when people are so close to their business, they feel like they don't have time to share how it started. We've
We use this one.
No, but our family started. It's me. It's
It's the seat.
Hold it here. We discovered that sharing what we did and how we did it and what we learned from other people with other people and them seeing them be successful, that has been the highlight of life. And having my daughters watch us do it and taking that time and not just saying, I'm too busy to help, but taking those 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to help somebody else, that legacy. I'm done saying we're passing a torch. We're passing a baton. Remember, you pass the baton back, but everybody runs forward, correct? So that's what we're doing. It's the baton passing. That's been the highlight of the year.
It wasn't your seat, Allison. Maybe it's just this one. So I'll have two. We all heard the big announcement this morning. So in your own opinion, why is it important for the community and the chamber to launch a minority business coalition? Here's this one.
All right. I believe it's important because we need to see, the young people need to see that it's not just the same faces and the same people all the time. I think it's important to see that, hey, that person kind of looks like me. Maybe I can be that. Or, hey, maybe that person can represent something that somebody can see a person and they're not so sure, but when they see that person, they get inspired. So I think it's important to give the young people inspiration and have each other's backs. I think that's one of the most important things. Anything you need, I'm there. Anything that anybody needs, I am there. And just know that we exist and we are out there, and we are also, we're out there grinding just like anybody else. We are out there trying to get everything done, taking care of people, taking care of our customers, taking care of our staff, and just knowing that you have that support is really big.
The United States has come pretty far as our rights, our civil rights, equal rights. But I feel like there's still a stigma with the minority community where sometimes they feel like if they're in a community where most people don't look like them, they may not have those opportunities. I'll try to project. All right.
Got this.
Can y'all hear me in the back? All right. So I just feel like some of those people may not feel like they have those opportunities that most other people could, or they might not have the opportunities to be in a place of management or leadership or even thrive in business. So I think something like this organization can help communicate to them that this community does care about them, this community does want to support them, and that they'll have the support that they need.
Testing, testing.
Is it working now? It's working now.
Okay, great.
There we go. I'll try it too.
Hello? Oh, I'm live. I'm live. It's a hot one. It's a hot one. I believe the chamber and the coalition would be a voice for minority-owned businesses. The chamber's in a great position to work with educators, to let the young leadership know that there's an option for business ownership. Examples that we could do as a coalition, we could do school presentations with minority leaders. We can have some content created for the young leadership to know how to start a business. Things along those lines, like workshops and so forth, because they need to know what's out there, whether it's from funding to, to have an LLC or a sole proprietor or something along those lines. So I think that, like I said, the coalition and the chamber's in a great position to do that.
So my reason is a whole lot selfish. I'm gonna be real. I really want a Whole Foods. Listen, industries don't, thank you. Yes, y'all want a Whole Foods too. Major industries, hospitals, schools, they want to come to an area that is robust, that is diverse, that is accepting, that is encouraging. And right now, if you look at us on paper, we don't look like that. We know better as a group, like looking in this room, we know better, right? But the rest of the world doesn't. We want new doctors here. We want clinics. We want labs. We want other businesses. We want other foods. You know what I mean? But the only reason they're going to come here is if they see themselves. Or even if they don't see themselves, they see that we accept people that don't look like them. That's what I feel like this coalition is going to be about. It's promoting and getting people excited about being bold and getting out there and starting new things and encouraging new things to come into our area. So until we are properly reflected on paper to the rest of the world, you're going to just keep seeing liquor stores and gas stations. But if you want unique dining experiences, you want unique families coming here and bringing all their intelligence and their young people wanting to stay here, we have to create this coalition. It is necessary. It's bigger than just us saying, oh, we're brown and we're here. It's bigger than that. The end.
Now, what advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs here in our community?
The biggest advice I would say is don't give up. Do not give up and believe in yourself. Tell yourself every morning, I can do this. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go do this today. That is the biggest advice. And if you get knocked down once or twice or 3 times or 4 times, you get up stronger every time and you show them, hey, I can do this. And you show yourself, because at the end of the day, there's no bigger battle than yourself. And that is the biggest advice that I would say. Just don't give up.
I would say don't listen to the naysayers, because there's going to be some. I remember when I told somebody who I thought would be an encouragement to me about my plans to start my business, the first thing he says, are you sure you want to do that? Are you going to be able to pay the rent? Do you think you'll be able to last long? You're going to have to pay all these taxes? Like, he just kept giving me all this negative stuff. And yes, I would have to do all that. And I was pretty excited about my plans. And honestly, that kind of did discourage me for a little bit. But I just had this passion that kept eating at me. And I knew that if I didn't pursue it, I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't feel satisfied. So don't listen to the naysayers. It's going to be hard. If you have to find mentors, get a mentor. Find somebody who's successful in business. It doesn't have to be the same business that you're looking for, but just somebody that can encourage you on your journey. And just to quote Nike, just do it.
There we go.
I would tell the young leader to be a doer, take action, implement your vision that you have. Don't be afraid to jump. There's going to be mistakes along the way. I'm pretty sure there's going to be mistakes. Lord knows I know there's going to be mistakes, but don't fail to jump. I live by the scripture, for we walk by faith and not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. Just do it.
That's a good one. I would say, as much as I appreciate journals and vision boards and all that good stuff, listen, just because you write it in a book doesn't mean it's going to happen. You have got to be loud and proud with your vision. I know some of y'all are sick of seeing me, but listen, I can't get you in my space if you don't see my face. I can't get you to rent my photo booth if you don't see us, you know, but it's beyond that. Being loud and proud about what you do and what you're trying to achieve, there's someone younger watching you. There's someone younger looking at you going, oh my gosh, if they did it, I can do it. Don't keep it a secret. Even if it takes you being 9,000 years old before you make it happen, who cares? We're going to ribbon cut you anyway, right? Here we go. And all our walkers and all the things. So listen, be loud and proud about what you want. Celebrate your friends. Hype your girl up that makes the same headband every day. You know what? Somebody in Vancouver wants that headband. You share it. Hype your friends up. Be supportive of each other. That's what I would say.
Would anyone else like to add anything?
Just thank you for having us here. We really do appreciate all of you, and I am so thankful for all the support that I have received. My family's been in Owensboro for 20 years as well, like you, and we've been welcomed ever since, so thank you so much. Thank you.
I don't have much to say, just thank you guys for your time.
To piggyback off of him, thank you. I'm really excited about the coalition and the things that we may do.
And I was just going to say the same. Thank you. And thank you for keeping, the hope and the dream alive and supporting each and every one of us and supporting the next guy and gal and everything in between that comes up behind us, because that's what's going to keep our city growing.
Perfect. Thank you. Give it up for our friends this morning. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, panel. And thank you, Elegance. Seen nightly on WEVV. Love it.
But it's okay.
I saw her in the news last night at like 9 o'clock. I thought, oh, she's going to have to get up really early today. Fantastic. So proud of you, too. But we started today with breakfast. We're going to end with a little discussion about lunch and dinner. There's my boy, Dave Kerr. Come on up here.
This can only mean one thing.
Yes, it can. Come on up here. Dave, that looks like you may be holding hamburgers. Are those burgers, Dave?
These are burgers. These are burgers.
How long have they been in that foil?
Long enough.
Okay, good.
You're going to eat this. You told me you were going to eat it.
I will totally eat it.
Are you going to have one too? No.
Give it to Lionel. He'll eat it. Lionel, will you eat that? No, you won't.
We'll call it lukewarm.
Lukewarm.
Will y'all eat it?
Oh, that's.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at how sweaty that is. That is so sweaty and delicious looking. And it's not warm at all. Okay. So it's almost Burger Week.
It is. It is. We've got Burger Week, March 1st through the 9th. We've got over, 39 different restaurants are participating. That is a new record. I believe last year we had 37. 39 restaurants, March 1st through the 9th. $7 a burger. Complete list can be found at owensboroburgerweek.com. And this year, new to Burger Week. That's fantastic. Where is Stephanie? That's great. Yes. Do you want to come up here and show us what you were doing there? No? Okay. Hey, I want to thank our sponsors that make Burger Week possible. Of course, we have the Kentucky Beef Council. We've got Green River Appliance, Hillview Farm Meats, and new this year, bringing a new award. One of the big complaints we've gotten is, hey, you have these judges judge the burger, but we want to say. So this year, new German American Bank, thanks to them, we've got the People's Choice Award. So you'll be able to vote online on who your favorite burger is. So shout out to them for their sponsorship. But we're ready to go March 1st through the 9th. He's eating that. That's questionable.
Dave Kirk, thanks, and looking forward to Burger Week. Oh, excuse me. Thanks for being with me. Oh, thank you. I've got some over there. And, oh, there's Ron Rhodes. Look at that. Thanks for being with us. Have a great month, and we'll see you at the next Rooster Booster.
How is that?